The Ministry of Defense has announced a negative list of 101 defense items that the Ministry of Defense will stop purchase several weapons and systems that also included 155 mm 39 caliber ultra-light howitzer by December 2020, which means imports of MOM 777 ultra-lightweight howitzers for the Indian Army will no longer be possible. Local substitute developed by Kalyani Group has been waiting for Indian Army trials for a while now, has been offering Indian Army its all-steel ULH mounted on an Ashok Leyland truck. The Indian Air Force has accomplished a secret mission by conducting several rounds of air-to-air missiles that have recently been acquired from France and Russia from a frontline fighter aircraft off Orissa coast. Defense sources said anti-air multi-target MICA missile fired from Sukhoi 30 MKI for the first time successfully destroyed expendable aerial targets, demonstrating its stealth capabilities. Ahead of the planned integration with multi-role combat aircraft Rafale, the Air Force fired 2 rounds of beyond visual range air-to-air missile MICA on Monday and Tuesday. The fighter aircraft took off from Kalaikunda Air Base in West Bengal and fired the missile, successfully neutralizing the aerial target drone mimicking enemy aircraft at low altitude. All mission parameters have been met as the target was destroyed, validating the missile's launch envelope. The missile will equip both Sukhoi and Rafale fighter jets. China is closely monitoring the Tezpur Air Base in Assam and the Dr. Abdul Kalam Island, India's missile testing facility off the Orissa coast. Both locations are extremely critical to India's strategic and military capabilities. India Today's OSINT team analyzed satellite images that indicate how China is keeping a close eye on these important locations from Ruili County in Yunnan province bordering Myanmar. The radar and monitoring facility indicate that China is not likely to hesitate in using space over Myanmar for its ballistic missiles directed towards India. Batting for the Indian industry, the Army has asserted that it does not have an import bias and is more than willing to fight with domestically made weapon systems, especially as importing technology during crunch situations could have an impact on strategic autonomy. Terming the last year as a game changer for indigenous defense manufacturing, the Vice Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant Gen S.K. Saini has said that all equipment must pass tests of quality and adhere to timelines, but they assured that the force is committed to equipment designed and made in India. A memorandum of understanding was signed between the Chhattisgarh government and the Atmastco Ltd on Monday for establishing the first unit of defense category industry that will produce bulletproof jackets and helmets in the state. The unit, to come up at Birebhand village in Durg district about 45 km from Raipur, will manufacture 1 lakh bulletproof jackets and helmets each during the first phase. The bulletproof jackets and helmets to be produced at the upcoming industry in Durg are meant for the Indian Armed Forces besides the paramilitary troopers and the state armed units. US Air Force B-2 stealth bombers may soon be conducting flyover missions, combat preparation drills and interoperability exercises near the Indian-Chinese border in coming days, raising interesting questions about the extent to which current variants of the 30-year-old bomber could elude Chinese air defenses. The mission, as a routine deployment of the 509th Bomb Wing at Whiteman Air Force Base, is not a combat mission but rather a readiness and training effort to forward position the bombers in the highly sensitive Pacific Theater.